The power of possibilities.
The power of possibilities.
The power of possibilities.
The power of possibilities.
The power of possibilities. Public broadcasting in Central Indiana. Radio, television, outreach, services to those who are unable to read, programming that engages, enriches, enlightens. But imagine a future where you can experience the best that Indiana has to offer. More choices, stunning quality, programming that makes you lean forward and take notice. The future is upon us.
Digital.
Multicast.
More education.
Datacast.
Better entertainment.
On TV. On radio.
Online.
Just imagine the power of possibilities.
We welcome our new listeners in South Central Indiana who are hearing
WFYI is a great name. First of all, it stands for information, and that is exactly what they do. They use their multimedia assets to give their listeners and viewers great information.
This is an important organization in our community. It serves a unique purpose in providing information that really you can't get in other places.
90.1.
One of the neatest things about listening to FM 90 is there are no commercials.
I like Morning Edition, and I love All Things Considered.
It's intelligent radio, it's informative, it's funny.
I think we're just all better informed because of WFYI and NPR.
This week, Mitch Daniels became Indiana's 49th governor.
We do things on Indiana Week in Review that you just don't get the opportunity to do on commercial television, and I think it's a valuable product for the viewing public.
I think anyone being asked to support WFYI needs to think about what if WFYI and public broadcasting and the local programming didn't exist in this community? What if you couldn't get access to it all in this community?
If Big Bird went away, you'd notice it.
The public is the key part of public broadcasting, and they need to support it because that's where a lot of the funding comes from. It's totally dependent upon the listener and the viewer, and so I hope people will recognize that and do what they can to make it all happen.
An investment in WFYI allows us to build on what we've been doing for 35 years, but also allows us to think about the kind of resource that we'll become in the future.
Back in 1969, when Indianapolis was the largest city without public television, a lady named Ardith Burkhart came to me and said, surely you'll want to be a part of this and help get us on the air. But we didn't realize at that time how difficult it was going to be to sell people on public television. They literally didn't know what it was.
We recognize the foundation of those humble beginnings and are trying to now recognize how the technology has changed and how we can maximize that technology.
As we approach the digital revolution, which is already here, and find that expression with it, there's just so many more ways that it's going to be expressed and it's going to be applied, ways that we don't even know yet.
The conversion to digital allows us to broadcast more than one program simultaneously.
So as you have an interest in a business show or a health show or a cooking show, you can have your pick from a menu of things catered to your individual needs, meaning local, Central Indiana, statewide content.
Instead of having one channel 20, we can have up to 4 services, 20.1, 20.2, 20.3, 20.4, each that is intended to serve a different need in the community.
If they don't understand what we're talking about, they need to talk to their kids or their grandkids to better understand it.
It's opening up so many of those what ifs to become, it's time to do it.
We've never been able to design the facilities and operate from a place that was really intended to work in the most successful way for our organization. The offices are small in many cases. People are working in cramped quarters. There's a dramatic lack of storage space, and so the spaces aren't as effective as they could be. Plus the fact that our staff operates from 2 separate facilities. Thanks to the capital campaign, we've been able to make a commitment that dramatically increases the amount of space that we have to operate WFYI TV and radio. That will create space for the staff to operate more efficiently and effectively under one roof. I am very, very excited to announce today that 1630 North Meridian will become the new headquarters for WFYI. Just being together in a way that allows people to work together and use the facilities in the most effective way.
Well, you know, I've gotten out in the field with TV cameras and our guests all geared up, and the sun was just right, and the teleprompter wouldn't work. You know, we had old equipment, we had rented equipment. We didn't really know where to hit it to make it go again, and it's lost time, it's lost opportunity.
Every piece of equipment in the facility has to be replaced, all of the technology, all of the electronics. So camera equipment, editing gear, all that goes with that, routing switchers, master control, all has to be completely changed out.
When you think in terms of expanding plant and equipment, expanding technology, clearly you're thinking in terms of preparing yourself for the future.
I think of all of the arts and cultural organizations, for example, that are here locally. Where WFYI plays an amazing role is linking the audiences to these great cultural resources that we have.
And that's part of that partnership with content providers and deliverers that makes the content come alive, because it's the physical experience in the museum, it's the experience in the classroom, but we want it to be the experience at home as well, whether it's through the television or through the web.
And a dynamic local public broadcasting organization is a key component to making our city one of the very best, most interesting, most creative cities in America. It plays a huge role in doing that.
I think back when we began to learn more about digital technology and the evolution of the broadcasting business, we recognized that we had a challenge on our hands. It was going to be expensive. It was going to take a lot of money to make the kind of conversion that was necessary. But we began to get very excited when we learned more about what this technology was going to allow us to do, to be a stronger resource for our community.
This capital campaign is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for somebody to really make a difference at WFYI. We campaign all the time to raise money to keep the station running and operating, but this is money that's going to allow the station to move forward and be able to continue to do what it does for years to come.
It's not just about a new building or new facilities. It's really about expanding the offering, the programming, the capability that the station will have.
A donor can feel confident that their money is being put to good use here at WFYI.
The impact really goes across the entire community. A dollar into public TV or radio can touch a number of lives and contribute to the quality of our community, our society, and really uncover things that we all learn about each other as part of that process.
It gives us the opportunity to really leverage dollars for an organization that touches all of us and brings us great information right to our homes or to our cars. So I would suggest that this is one of the best investments that we can make in the community.